Here's how you understand God and the devil in a modern sense of the words. I've been in bed on and off for 4 or 5 days with flu, so not feeling too great. But I can still share. You can turn the volume up if you want to hear me a little bit better. Okay, so the simple way to understand God and the devil, God and devil, is that they're part of the same thing. The phrase are opposite. This is how simple it is. This and that. This that. Now, that's what you need to understand. God and devil. I'll tell you why. Because you've got the God of Is, the sun god. Right? Natural, what is there, that what is. When you do something, when you have something as is. You make a cup of tea, you have it as it is. Sugar is a modification. And that's what at is. That's what that is. At. Right? Which we have the electronic symbol email, which is a email. It's, if you're at that place, it's a modified place. It's not the original world, if you want to understand it in existence. So is and at. It is. Well, once you get your head around that, because this is where the Jesus and the second coming, right? It's the second co-ming to manage the AI, because it's code, it's all code. But it's the second coming, so this and that. Jesus. It's that. God and the devil. Some people might flip out without me saying this. Oh, Jesus is the devil. If you read in the Bible, if you're into that, if you're not, keep it simple. This and that. And there's ways to find out how to walk your own path, knowing your own basic knowledge. This, that. It's another reason why all the answers are there. You watch my other videos, right? And that's why Sati in the Matrix Revolutions. That's why Sati is called Sati. Sati. Because she is the next foundation for the new modification. That's why when there's that beautiful sunrise, and the oracle says to Sati, "Did you do that?" She says, "Yeah. Nothing here. Right? For one more day. One more day. We'll keep going for one more day." And it's that natural fire. It's that natural, call it will, call it determination, call it where hope is based. So God and the devil is that which is, and that which then comes to test your path, because you have a path. When path is a process, right? This is your path, right? That's where you start. That's where you want to go, right? Then that comes along, going along your path. Ooh, right? This is where the temptation, it's the devil's temptation. In Bible and scriptures, and Jesus said, "No, I didn't come here to unite people. I came here to cause divide." That's one of the things with scriptures, words and text, is that people see them through their own perceptions, and when they're the one telling the story, they tell it in such a way, in such a voice, in such a manner, in a particular setting. They set the stage, and that is beneficial to their cause. And this is where I'm going to get into, I don't take sides, I like all of them, but this is where Allah, right, because Allah comes from all. Right. Now you might say, it is, because it's the simple things that have been pieced together over the accumulation of us being here and perceiving, sharing, adapting, changing, being all that. But it's all that's there, and we all realise when you go, yes, right? Yes and no. Fish and chips. But chips, fish and chips. Fish. Yeah, and have to put a minus. Fine. Fish. Chips. The second quote, I'm not going to get more into it. I just go out and say yes, no. Yes, Jesus was an alien robot. So, within the language, if you ever studied directional rapport, it's about leading somebody down the garden path, right? To get them to be where you want them to be by using words. And there's a structure to that. If you research on how to write a good book, it will give you a structure. Poems, certain poems, different styles, have a particular structure. Simple things. So, God and the devil, as I said in one of my poems from a while back, God's carrot and devil's stick. Not devil's dick. That's not very good altogether. Right. That's enough for now. Otherwise it's a very lengthy video, and I try and keep simple answers. But once we start to understand language, because it's the code and people's communication with each other is moving at such a pace that they're saying things. Like, how many times do we say that, this, or another word to describe something in a general sense when it's different? Yeah. Say less.